and I'll... if I could, I'll also get one jug here for the table for We're getting back underway in a few minutes with the Trésor Lucky Door Prize of a Trésor hardware wallet. Very soon. How's your reek? Oh, you want to be in? Yeah. Well, I'm getting a jug, so we'll just get a glass for you. Have you got good visual recall of everyone who got one? Because I'm going to give them a last chance to get in, but you have to do the face test of whether they are in or not.
Good. All right. I think I can somewhat remember.
Yeah, okay.
Find that mixer, mate. Where's the mixer? Now?
Yes, we're about to. I was looking for the mixer, Okay. It's got a weird tongly thing under it. So I accidentally put it out. Okay, everyone. We can find the seats. A lot of the folding chairs have mysteriously vanished, so try to find one and unfold it. Position yourself strategically for the next part. Now, when you came in, on the way in, you would have spoken with the little stool over here, and you may have filled out or given your name for a ticket, which is the Lucky Door Prize of a Trésor. So, what we're going to do, if you can rip those apart and put them in the hat. So, is there anyone who came in and did not get a ticket? Okay. How many? All right, now I've got Ian, whose photographic memory is a biometric scan. Going to come around, and anyone with their hand up will be able to get a ticket only. So, yep. Got the book. Take the book around. Get the names on the stubs. So this is the last chance for the lucky draw. Once we get that underway, then we'll get into our presentation, which is our brand new Roaring Auctions HQ in the Metaverse in Decentraland. And we'll guide you on the guided tour shortly after we draw the Trésor. Yeah, cool. Thanks. So just give a few minutes for Ian to quickly go around and get these ticket names filled out. And can I get that? Oh, yeah, done. 31st January, prices. Will Bitcoin get to $100,000 by the 31st of January? That's the first option. Will Ethereum get to $10,000 by 31st January? Or will Solana get to $1,000 by 31st January? So first one, Bitcoin to 100K, 31st of January. Any hands? Couple. Ethereum, $10,000 for 31st of January. Couple. A few more, yep. Solana, 1,000 by 31st of January. Anyone? Anyone for Solana, $1,000? Okay, no, not many. One. All right, we'll push it out to the end of March. Will we see 100K Bitcoin by the end of March? Any hands? 100K Bitcoin, end of March. A few more. 10K Ethereum, end of March. Yes, that's looking pretty optimistic, pretty solid. Ethereum's looking good at 10K, end of March. And Solana, $1,000, end of March. Couple more hands. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you for that entertainment. That was definitely not financial advice. And it was just interesting sentiment analysis. All right. How are we going there, Ian? Are we nearly done? Everyone in the hat? Almost? Getting the last couple? Won't be long.
Looks like a good one.
Fun. Gentleman here who I don't know to do a bit of a mix-up, and then I'm going to ask this other gentleman over here to do the draw. So mix them around.
Mix it up.
Yep, that's it.
Drop
Yeah, drop 10 more in. Okay, what's your name, sir?
My bad, Kane.
Kane. So Kane is our official drawer here. He's not looking, he's digging in.
Solid, Kane.
Here we go,
Bravo,
Kane.
please.
We have...
A59.
Oh, Ming! Unbelievable! Ming, our cameraman.
Okay.
Well done, Ming. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Now, oops. There you go. Throw it across the room.
Does it come full?
There we go. Does it come full? Yeah, preloaded with absolutely zero crypto. All right, so Ming's ticket is now ripped up. So we'll see who gets the second one at the end of the presentation. All right. So I'm going to tell you, it's a little bit of story time now. So back in 2016, I was fascinated by the strange occurrence of a thing called Pepe the Frog. Pepe became a much maligned target of discussion, and unfortunately people on 4chan got hold of the dear fun-loving frog of Rare Pepe, and they put him to some very naughty bad uses and made horrible Nazi memes out of him, etc. So a group of other people on 4chan that thought that was not very good, no good at all, who deeply respected Pepe's innocent, fun-loving nature as a happy frog, decided to reclaim Pepe, and they started a project called Rare Pepes. They created a governing body and issued these art tokens on Counterparty, which is a layer 2 on Bitcoin. So the Counterparty protocol has been going since 2014. I happened to take note of this, and I thought, well, this is a great example of a spontaneously arising organic community art project. And I leapt in and discovered an amazing world of people all over the world creating art, everywhere from Estonia, Venezuela, Australia, the US, all over the globe. I've made some lifelong friends in the 5 years that I've been part of that community, and that was my first introduction to art on the blockchain, in the form of tokens and trading tokens. Raised a little bit of private investment, created a whole bunch of them myself with my business partner, and then I was amazed by a gentleman by the name of Theo Goodman. Now, Theo Goodman, if you write his name out, is the OG, Theo Goodman. He's the OG auctioneer of the world of NFTs. So Theo Goodman was the very first live auctioneer of crypto art tokens in 2016 in the Rare Pepe trading group. After a couple of months, he sort of dropped off from doing the auctions, and toward the end of January 2017, one of the community members, Glenn in India, he'd been getting gifts of Rare Pepes from people, and he had a little bit of Bitcoin here and there, but unfortunately he was conned by some people in India and conned into giving up his Bitcoin for some investment, and he was left with no Bitcoin, and Glenn was very, very sad. Glenn came to me with his great sadness and said, look, I really hope you might be able to help me. I'd like to sell a few of my Rare Pepes and try and get some Bitcoin back. And before we knew it, it snowballed into a community initiative with lots of people in the Rare Pepe community donating Pepes for auction for Glenn. And thus, What the Heck Auction House was born. And that was the first auction I ran, was a charity auction for Glenn to make Glenn good again. The second auction we ran was a charity auction for a Mexican dog shelter that was adopting and rehoming lost dogs or dogs that weren't being cared for, including their veterinary needs. And we ran an auction of donated Rare Pepes, and we raised a lot of funds to buy dog food for all the dogs in the dog shelter. And so I thought, this is quite interesting. There's a lot of demand for this, and so on I went. So through 2017, 2018, I ran nearly 50 auctions on Telegram for the Rare Pepe community, and gradually it expanded into other collections on the Counterparty community, of which there were many, and this is all before any significant understanding or awareness of NFTs on Ethereum, certainly before OpenSea and all of that. So these days, so fast forward to 2021 and the market picking up again, and talking with Dave Good and Miles Satsmoon Soon from Future Art. Some of you may know Miles and Dave. They were putting on an event in January. It was basically an NFT party at Paddington Town Hall in January, and it was a lot of amazing art exhibitions on screens and multimedia experiences, VR experiences, that kind of thing. And I went along and they were like, oh, hey, you're the Rare Pepe guy. And I was like, yeah. And we got talking and one thing to another. And they had their big event in end of March and Easter. And that was where we did our first live auction for Roaring Auctions. 5.5-hour live outcry auction with me up on a podium with the lights, the live streaming, the whole lot. And we had a pretty amazing response to that, and that sort of reinvigorated and relaunched a new business. So here today, after many months of work from Simo Leonelli, myself and other members of the Roaring Auctions crew, including Ian Birch, who's just been doing the tickets, a number of us, we've invested several $100,000 in technology platform development. We've got auction bots, we've got a cloud-based auction platform that's under development. We'll be launching that next year. We're going to be running an auction this Sunday where, for the first time, people will see more of the features of the auction bots in Telegram that we have. And meanwhile, we've built this amazing gallery. This is Simo's architectural design, and understanding of the metaverse and appreciation for the aesthetics. Simo's hyper aesthetic on Telegram and Twitter. So search for hyper aesthetic, you'll find Simo. And yeah, I'm going to ask Simo, our chief architect, to take us on a little bit of a tour of his creation here. And we have already positioned NFTs which link through to OpenSea. We've already got more than $2 million worth of inventory in here. Some of it owned by customers of the auction house that have it on consignment. Some from my personal collection. Some from other private NFT funds that are exhibiting with us as well. So yeah, without further ado, Simo will take us up to the info board and beyond. Let's have a quick look at that first. Of course, you won't be able to read all this now, but just a little bit of the history that I've recounted. A couple of the first ever milestones. For example, Pepe Pizza was the January 9th auction where we auctioned something for $35,500 USD for a one-of-one rare Pepe in January 2018. And that was followed less than a week later at the Rare AF conference in New York City by the famous Homer Pepe that went for $39,500 USD on the day. Homer Pepe recently sold at auction. Sotheby's had an online auction, the Sotheby's Metaverse, and it sold for 3.6 million USD. So it's changed hands at last. So the one-of-one Homer Pepe is probably an iconic rare Pepe. So yep, let's head up the ramp and check out what we've got here. So first we see the FD card, issued in March 2015. This was the Genesis card of the Spells of Genesis collection. Spells of Genesis was the first blockchain playable game with tokenized gaming assets. FD cards, recent sales, 200 ETH a piece. A couple of bargain basement sales in the last few months as well, around 40 ETH. But typically you're looking at probably I don't know, 120 ETH on average, or 120 to 150 ETH for an FD card. It's a fractional card, so you can buy small fragments of it as well. So it's one of the few fractional assets that you can buy down to 8 decimal places, a bit like Bitcoin. So that's the FD card. Next we have the Nakamoto card, the Rare Pepe Card 1 Series 1, issued early September 2016. So this was the first card of the Rare Pepe collection. Recent high sales have been around 668,000. A number of sales over $500,000 US. Currently, a few noodle-handed sellers have been letting them go for in the high 200,000s US at the moment. So the price range is anywhere from sort of 275 USD up to 650, depending on the state of the market. Yep, next one. We got. We'll move around. Series 2 Rare Pepes, the ingredients, and the second one. So this is a pair that's. Just zoom out a little and show us the next one. So there's 2 cards there. They're 25 issuance cards, so there's only one of 25 of each of those. Anywhere probably from 50,000 up to 250,000 each, depending if you can shake one loose from anyone. Yeah, we'll continue on. Now we have a screen here. This is where we're going to live stream. We'll be live streaming our auctions in Metaverse. That'll be starting this Sunday for the first time. Tech gods willing, we're pretty close. And there's some issues around some complexities of the streaming and restreaming, but we've almost solved all that. Now this is a famous one, Pepe Casso. Let's click on that one. Go through to OpenSea. So you can see that all these NFTs link through to OpenSea. So we're in Decentraland. We're on a 2x2 estate, 4x2 estate, this building, 4x2 estate. So the mana value, you know, probably close to 250,000 USD worth of real estate that this gallery is sitting on in terms of recent value of mana. With the rising interest in Metaverse, we can only expect that to increase. So did we want to just click through, just showing that it goes to OpenSea? So, yeah, let's have a look. So this is the mechanism or the interface where you can have a Decentraland gallery and then you can click through to the listing on OpenSea. So that's one of ours, trading anywhere up to 95,000 USD recently. You might be able to pick one up for around 30 at the moment if you go hunting carefully. So, you know, the market's quite volatile. Prices are all over the map. Depends on the number of cards. There's 100 of those. The 100 issuances, particularly the art ones, we find that the artistic inspired ones are the ones that fetch the highest values. Okay, we can jump back to the gallery. At this point, I'll just pause and ask, is there any questions about Decentraland, about the mechanics of what we've done? Yep. Yes, yeah, we purchased the land. We bought the manor early in the year, put the manor in. It's like $250,000 worth US at the moment as a footprint. Yeah. You said 4 by 2, what is that? 4 by 2 as in plots, so it's 8 plots to form an estate. So you've got to merge the plots together to make the size you want. Yep.
Do you have a measurement in meters?
There are virtual measurements associated to the plots. I'll pass to Simo to answer that. The larger your estate size, the higher your height limit, but also crucially in terms of modelling and the ability to give really good modelling. The bigger your estate, the more polygons or triangles you can have on that estate. So a 1 by 1 you can't do very much with. You've got a low height limit and a low granularity of what you can deploy. But with a bigger estate, you can do a lot more. I'll just pass to Simo to give a quick rundown of that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely is like, yeah, it's definitely associated to like, you know, real life measure. Yeah, yeah, I'll try my best, yeah. Yeah, so like normally like an estate is like 32 by 32 meter, 46 meter high. Yeah, obviously the more parcel you have, the bigger is the estate and the more like properties you can have in the actual 3D model that you deploy there. Any other question around this?
Are you paying for what you put on the land? I think in the build you have to pay for the walls.
Well, actually, when you own the land, it's up to you to have a developer, someone that can develop that on top of the land. So basically what you buy is like an NFT. So it's just like, as an NFT, it's just like a, you know, a token.
To build the building, did you have to pay for the blocks?
No, you got limitation in terms of like the amount of mesh that you can use. And then it's up to you, whatever you want to put there is like up to your imagination. As we said, like if you have like one parcel, it's very limited. If you own more than one, you can join them and create an estate. Like for example, this is like an estate because it's not like, you know, divided. The other one are little parcel. So if you own a big block, you can do more. This is like kind of the game there.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay for objects in your building. It's Blender, you can...
Yeah, you can, like, this is up to you. You can pay for someone, you can pay object and deploy them, or you can build the object by yourself.
So the floor's about 4 acres at the moment, is it? For the little block?
Well, the price is in mana, which is their own currency, which at the beginning we're trying to like, you know, be a stable coin, like around 1 mana per US dollar. Then after like, you know, Facebook, things went to the roof. Now at the moment, I think like a little parcel is around 7,000, 8,000 mana. That the current price, which is roughly $3, $4, depending on the day. You're looking for like, you know, you do the math, like 36,000 for just like little things. Yeah.
How did you pick Decentraland as your location of choice as opposed to another metaverse?
Yeah, so basically when when I was doing like research, personally, I was confronting with other opinion, and obviously, yeah, Decentraland is the one that you have to bet on because they got like more capital to deploy. For example, at the moment they got like a treasury of like 600 million. They can like, you know, create whatever they want on top of something that is already happening, is already functional. So it's not like a new project like Realm, for example, or like whatever. There are plenty of metaverse popping now. So keep an eye on them. They are integrating engine like for gaming solution. So you can build gaming inside this metaverse. So you can gamify the experience. So basically, yeah, it was like around like, you know, market cap. You see the community, you see the developers around there. And then you think like, okay, I think this is like a good project, you know?
As a follow-up, as a business, are you thinking about if you have to deploy this on another metaverse network, does the model work out the same, or is it built around Decentraland?
This is like the question that every person like is into this environment is thinking about: portability, and also like communication between different protocols, different geometries. You know, there are two words, polygon and voxel at the moment. They are battling each other. There is definitely a technical way to move like a geometry from this place to another place. It's just a matter of find like, you know, the affinity in the parameters between the two. But it's complex, but can be done. We get in there. Any other question? Cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Simo. We'll probably come back to you as we get to a couple more aspects of this as well. So let's see if I can clip this back on. So yeah, in terms of platform choice, Decentraland isn't the only bet we've made. We've also invested in Sand for Sandbox. We have a point of presence in Crypto Voxels, just a very small one, which we use as effectively a portal and a guest book. We are looking at Somnium. We've looked at OVR, which is not so much an immersive VR metaverse. It's an AR overlay over the world grid. So we've made some strategic purchases around the real globe in the OVR overlay. So yeah, we're looking at different platforms and making early bets on them. So those first two that I showed you, the FD card and the rare Pepe, I mean, if you add those two together at the top of the market, about 1.6 million US. If you went like shopping the floor at the moment, you'd probably get those two together for anywhere between 500 and 800,000 US. So look, NFT markets are interesting because these are not one of ones. These are issuances. So the Nakamoto card is one of 300, for example. So we'll take a bit of a quick walk around looking at the rest. I'm not going to talk about every single card, but yeah. So the Pepe Lisa here, which is obviously a Pepe interpretation of the Mona Lisa. That one's currently trading around the 45 to 50,000 USD mark. Been as high as 90 recently. It was quite sought after. It's only a 100 issuance. That will be a big one to watch in future because it is a 2016 asset as well. So it's one of the early crypto art tokens of limited issuance. So keep an eye on that one. I think we'll see that north of $1 million in the next year or two. It's a possibility, don't know. The next one's fascinating, two of my personal favourites, Melancholia and Melancholy. Now I'm very much biased towards these because these came from a group project at the Melbourne College of Fine Arts. I'm not sure if that's the correct title, forgive me if I got that wrong, but there's an art school in Melbourne where a group of artists collaborated to paint these together in 2017. I had one point of contact from that group. I helped name and create the assets for them, so I was given a honorarium allocation of these, after which time, after about a year, he disappeared and I've not been able to find anyone from that project, despite making a number of inquiries. So I am the largest holder of these, typically selling anywhere from 30 to 50,000 US for the pair. A couple of people have managed to scoop them up a little bit lower recently. Who knows who Professor Emin Gunsira is? One hand. Anyone else? Professor Emin Gunsira. Only one person knows Emin Gunsira, my goodness. So he is a professor in cryptography. I think he's at Carnegie Mellon, or I'm not sure which university he's at. He's the technical founder of the Avalanche protocol, which is another blockchain. We haven't had a presentation on Avalanche here yet, but I think it's probably one we should address next year because it's got some pretty amazing tech behind it as well. He was quite chuffed to find out he'd been peppified, as it were, back in the day. So that's also a very highly sought after rare Pepe. It is one of the few that are divisible in that you can trade fragments of it. Most of them are unitary, so they're like a whole unit card at a time, but a few of them got through as divisibles, and that's one of them. So another interesting one to keep an eye on. Dank Pepe, 420, say no more, 420 issuance. Pepe very high there. Carry on. Oh dear, here we have Trump Pepe, of course, very controversial, 2016, the rare Trump Pepe. Very popular card at one point in time, not so much anymore. Right here we have a set of 54 54 Rare Pepe cards, and these were the game cards. These were issued for a game called the Rare Pepe Party Game. And this was a game that was worked on for about 3 years, 3.5 years on and off. Tragically, unfortunately, John Villar, the founder of the Rare Pepe Party Game and the game studio in Venezuela, sadly, John left us on the 17th of March, massive cardiac arrest in Venezuela. So we lost one of the legends of Counterparty, but his vision for the game lives on. His brother Javier is continuing to lead some development effort, and eventually we may have the vision of John, which was like a Hearthstone or a Magic the Gathering style playing game, and there's a whole lot of cards that were like the seed cards for the base card packs that John had issued, and this is one of only 2 or 3 known full sets in an Emblem Vault, and that leads me to talk about Emblem Vaults. Emblem Finance, has anyone heard of Emblem Finance? Emblem.finance, a few hands. Has anyone heard of Circuits of Value? COVAL, C-O-V-A-L. Again, a couple of hands, those in the know. Those who know, know. Keep an eye on COVAL, C-O-V-A-L, and keep an eye on Emblem.finance, because they are solving a particularly thorny problem in NFTs. They are creating a peer-to-peer tradable platform for cross-chain NFT swaps. They are further ahead on that than anyone else in the world. Shannon Code, the lead developer and founder, has been working on it since 2014, if that gives you any idea about how tricky that is to do that. So I digress, but all of these assets you see are actually counterparty protocol assets. As I mentioned, a layer 2 on Bitcoin. The only reason they can appear here in Decentraland and appear to be tradable on OpenSea is that they have been embedded in vaults that are ERC 721 tokens. Each of these is an ERC 721 unique vault minted on Emblem.finance. And inside are the private keys for the counterparty wallets to extract the assets. You can trade, you can buy and sell and trade these on OpenSea, send them to people. They're tradable ERC 721s, you can send them around in your MetaMask wallet, but once you claim them on the Emblem.finance platform, you reveal the keys, they are no longer tradable. At that point, you've cracked the vault, that's done. You've got the keys, you can get the assets out, but you can no longer trade it. So that's a fascinating innovation we've been able to take advantage of to put rare Pepes from Counterparty into an Ethereum virtual metaverse environment. Pepe Rockwell, tribute to Lou Rockwell, and it's also a meta Pepe in the sense that it's got other Pepes inside it, so it features other Pepe cards. This one will run you anywhere between 20 and 30,000 USD. What else we got? Gox, that's one of the early cards. In fact, the Gox card was card number 2 after the Rare Pepe card. We have This Is Fine. Who's heard of Robness? Who knows who Robness is? Anyone in the NFT space? Anyone heard of Trash Art? The Trash Art movement. So Robness famously this year burnt a punk. He destroyed a punk, and much like Banksy did with shredding his painting, he made a video of himself destroying the punk, turned it into an art collage, and he made more money out of selling tokens of him destroying the punk than the actual punk was worth. And it was a heresy. He's an absolute mad lad, lovely guy. Robness, previously known as Ground Beef Taxi, always getting kicked out of the Poloniex troll box. How many people have been around long enough? Who here used to be in the Poloniex troll box? Nobody, just me and Robness. Okay, so Robness was always getting kicked out, and his signature is always typing in uppercase. So he still tweets to this day, fully in uppercase, Robness V2, and he is a bellwether for emerging trends on NFTs. So if you want to see where things are going, follow Robness, that's one of his early efforts. Still Pepe, tribute to Snoop Dogg. I think let's go upstairs, shall we? Any questions at this point while we're going up a level? Robness, R-O-B-N-E-S-S, V2.0, formerly known as Ground Beef Taxi. Emblem.finance, that's how you can create vaults. And not only can you put counterparty assets in, you can also put in Bitcoin, Ethereum, so you can load value into them. And you can actually transfer as much Bitcoin or Ethereum as you want to put into one of those. You can transfer value as an NFT. You could embed 1,000 Bitcoin and 10,000 ETH into a vault and transfer that with that value. So, and that's an interesting thing because then that doesn't show up on chain as a transfer. So I'll leave you to think through the implications of that. Here we've got a few of my favourites. Over here on the right we have the Matrix Pepe Trio, so you know the Neo Pepe, very early issuance that was done by an artist called Our Everyday Earth. All three of these cards were commissions that I commissioned, different artists. They're quite popular. Da Vinci 9, famous Japanese rare Pepe artist and drone pilot instructor. This is called the U-Bun, that's one of his well-known ones. This one here is the God Tanu. This one is wildly popular in Japan amongst counterparty asset collectors since 2016. That'll set you back between probably 9 and 12,000 USD. CryptoPom. CryptoPom is a very well-known and respected thought leader in the NFT space. She's the de facto benevolent dictator of the NFT Hype Squad. So make a note of the hashtag NFT Hype Squad. It's a loose collective of NFT artists. CryptoPom's probably, she's gone from like 2,000 to 30,000 plus followers in the 6 months that I've been in contact with her. I've bought a number of her pieces. I consider her to be like a really future value artist to collect and follow. She's done some really interesting stuff. That's the only one of hers that I've got on sale at the moment, The Governor's Son. Can click on that. So yeah, I mean, you can go to our gallery. We have the roaringauctions.com website. We've got links to our various things. We have a Linktree page, linktr.ee/roaringauctions, where you can find all our properties. I've got that price at $12,000. Probably a bit over market at the moment, but I'm leaving it there for 6 months because I think that'll represent excellent value within 6 months. Another Japanese one, Haiku Pepe. Now, hair Pepe. Hair Pepe is a strange, famous rare Pepe. An injection of collagen in your hair shaft strengthens the hair follicles and improves hair growth. Maybe he's born with it. Now, amongst the rare Pepe community, this one has taken on strange symbolic properties, and a mysterious collector by the name only of Hal disappeared about 3.5 years ago after accumulating 457 hair Pepe. And he's just gone, and his wallet's not been active since. So these have had a steady growth in value. They have a strange appeal, and it was the first card to be used as a token to access a Telegram group in early 2017. John Villar, the late John Villar I mentioned earlier, he wrote a Telegram bot where you had to sign a message with your counterparty wallet to show that you held the asset in order to get into the hair salon. So in the salon we did live movie screenings and general chit chat. So early 2017, the first known example of a NFT used as gated access to a community. So this is NFT provenance I'm giving you here as well. Another Da Vinci 9, pretty famous one, the FinTech, the Rolling Pepe, the Mick Jagger Rolling Stone Pepe. Like Pepe Bro, another cool card, any tips for me? Xmas Santa Pepe, another sought after Japanese Da Vinci 9 rare Pepe. Probably pick one up for 3,500 US on a good day. Wired Pepe, like a cover of Wired magazine, that one typically runs around 1 ETH. Another Japanese one, Kabuki Pepe, TKY000 is the Japanese artist of this card, so another famous, well-respected and sought-after Japanese artist. These cards can fetch around 4,000 each, the Kabuki, the No Pepe. And on we go. Look, I don't want to talk all night about all of these. You can see I'm quite passionate about them. Running another auction Sunday morning, 9 AM. That'll be live in our Telegram group at WTH Auction House. That's the name of the Telegram, at WTH Auction House. We do have an exciting, interesting set of Pepes and other counterparty assets and NFTs up for sale on Sunday. We're running 2 sessions, 9 AM to about 11 AM, and then again from 7 PM to 9:30 PM. Shitcoin card, famous card, the shitcoin card. Great riches await in the world of shitcoins. 3,000 of those exist. That's a great starter rare Pepe. It's card 3 of the first series, the 3rd card issued. You can get one of those, pick one of those up for around 2,000. If we can just, we'll go to the roof, the next level, and then the rooftop, and then we'll wrap it up. But the next level we've dedicated just to Da Vinci 9. So because Da Vinci 9's busy making furniture and painting art canvases and teaching people to fly drones, he's consigned almost all of his inventory to Roaring Auctions on exclusive agency. So we are the exclusive consignees of the Da Vinci 9 collection. So we've dedicated a whole floor of this to showing off his NFTs. Each time one of them is purchased, we mint another one and replace it. So it's a until we run out, of course, while stocks last. We're down to a few of them. Xmas Santa, Pepe, the God Tanu, a couple of the ones that we're almost out of stock on. Long-nosed Pepe, very cute. New Year Pepe. Peekaboo Pepe is another excellent one. So you get a sense of the whimsical, fun style of the Da Vinci 9s. And one of my favourites, Snot Pepe. So let's head to the roof, and we'll talk briefly about the roof, and then we'll wrap it up there and do some questions. Okay, rooftop. Here we're going to have the big screen for our live streaming of our auctions and other live events. Very good. So there's a little bit of a lounge area as well. So yeah, that's the Roaring Auctions HQ as constructed by Metaverse architect Simo, and yeah, few million dollars worth of art on display. Just some quick facts and figures about Roaring Auctions. Ian's been working on the P&L for the year. We're almost done compiling that. I can tell you that we did over 2.5 million AUD in sales in the auctions, 16 auctions since Easter. We generally run on a 12% spread, 6% on the buy side, 6% on the sell side. It's quite competitive compared to traditional auction houses that'll go you as much as 25%. We are open to all kinds of collaborations and partnerships. We're very innovative in that respect. We work with artist collectives. We represent different groups. We help them promote their work. And obviously we help feature it in the metaverse. So we have a couple of people that have consigned their work to us for sale on a commission basis. We've got other people interested in renting some space by the month, that kind of thing. So new business models as well. Plans for next year include further capabilities in the metaverse, as well as the launch of our full auction platform as a service that we're working towards. So not only will it be our Roaring Auctions and our What the Heck auctions, anyone who wants to set up their own auction house will be able to license our auction bot technology, the suite of bots, and ultimately also a Web3 UI for doing unattended auctions. So that's the direction we're headed in next year. Just privately, if anyone's interested, you can come and talk to me about that later. I'll be starting to talk to people in February about some ongoing funding for our endeavours. So having said all that, we'll take questions if there are any, and once we're finished with the questions, we can draw the second treasure. Yep.
Only quick question. So you specialise in historical NFTs, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I look at NFTs that have historical value, like my Curio cards, and
Yes.
although it's not as old as 2015 or 16, I can see that the floor has plummeted from, I don't know, when I first discovered them is 1.8, now it's 0.3.
Yep.
Do you think that interest in these cards is waning away and people are sort of moving away from these things?
Yeah.
Is that why their prices?
Yeah, so the question is about Curio cards specifically, but more generally about early collections and the current price where we've seen a big drop in floor across the range of a lot of collectibles. I see this as cyclical. The NFTs are not going away, and there will always be more people coming into the market in future looking for early provenance, early collectibles. I don't think collectibles are going to do as well in 2022 as they did in 2021. Honestly, I think there's just been an oversaturation. Like literally, there's probably been thousands of 10,000 PFP projects, and that like flooding of the market, oversaturation. But the quality and the older projects will be discovered as people educate themselves ongoingly, and they will be looking for those older projects like Curio cards. And while it is cyclical, and floors can collapse like in crypto bear markets, you can see prices drop away up to 80 to 90%. But then later on, you see a 3x or more off the previous floors. That's been typical cyclically over super cycles for crypto. I don't expect the NFT market to be much different for the early good value projects. Yeah.
Simo, take us anywhere else?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Simo, we have a request. Can you take us somewhere else in Decentraland, like some of the famous galleries, or?
Yeah, we are going there.
Yeah, we're going there. Awesome. Yes, we are. We're doing that. That to load. So as soon as that loads, Simo will be able to show us some of the other famous galleries and locations. While we're waiting for that, what else, Sydney? More questions? Yeah.
What was your biggest your option. And how did you solve it?
The biggest challenge? Well, my answer is going to be very different to Simo's. So I'll tell you mine first. And for me, it was about how to conceptualize a space and provide utility for visibility and maximization of return on floor area. Like, I looked at it from a very economics-driven approach, being pragmatic about the amount of capital I've already sunk in with my partners to get the land and pay the work to be done for us to all build it. Vaulting all these assets, like we pay gas on every one of these, obviously. Gas has ranged between $150 to up to $300 on a bad day, depending, but just to vault the objects, we've spent many thousands in ETH. So I've had to make considered choices about what I've curated to present here that's going to represent interest and value. So that's sort of my perspective on it. Simo's probably got a very different answer that might involve discussion of Blender and probably the Decentraland builder and how primitive that is so far, if I was to guess.
What was the question?
The biggest challenge that you've faced in putting this together?
So the biggest challenge is down to the system itself, because it's based on blockchain. So every time that you do something, it needs to happen on the chain, which is a kind of like a limit of the Decentraland. They weren't smart enough, probably as OpenSea, where everything happened on the platform, and then actually when you mint an NFT, is the buyer that pay for the minting. So this comes down to a lot of glitch. So most of the time you upload things and nothing really show up, nothing really saved. That's the main challenge. Is the platform is like huge, big, used by many users, and use a lot of resources, but it's still early. So it's kind of the problem that we have with like blockchain in general. When there are like too many people using that, they got like, saturated, and there is this snapping point, everything collapses, system doesn't work, and blah, 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 because you need more power, more resources. So they got like a lot of money. We are looking forward to see like the next generation. For example, this one is still not mobile friendly, which is like so easy like to integrate, but it's still not there. You can't fly, so I can just walk and run, but you can't fly. If you think about that, it's like a big limitation. There are many challenges around this because it's a new environment. They try to connect what already has been done with the 3D things, with this kind of gamification and augmented experience. It's not VR, no. So there are like a couple of things that needs to happen, yeah.
How long did it take you to build the gallery?
What do you mean, in terms of time or like this specifically or the previous one?
So just the gallery you were showing us before.
It's probably an effort, like if I have considered, you can do that one. If you don't have to do run some research on how to fetch data, you already know how to set up things. It's probably 2 weeks time effort. Yeah. Yeah, obviously there are things that you have to know. Like for example, when you do a shader, the shader on Blender, which is the software that you use, normally is not the same shader there. So you have to test this. So check materials, how they show. Yeah, there are some implications.
Are you worried that this Decentraland might become the MySpace of metaverse? So if there's a new sort of metaverse coming in and people leave metaverse,
Yeah, sorry. I think there is space for everyone. At the moment it's not really a monopoly, it's a sum up game. So everyone is welcome to develop, everyone is gonna find their niche. They start with events, now they are trying to branch out. I'm talking about the center, then try to branch out on gaming. Meanwhile, Sandbox start with gaming, pushing there. CryptoVoxel start with more community engagement. So each and every one of them try to find their own spot, but there is space for everyone. If you consider the amount of people that they use internet, the amount of people that use this thing, you see a big gap. So the ratio is so disproportional, so there is really space for everyone. I can see Snapchat as the best metaverse ever. I discovered Snapchat 3 months ago because whatever, and then like I find out like it's probably the best social media. It is ready for the like metaverse. It's like the best. Facebook is like far behind today.
What sort of volume does the business do through metaverse channels compared to like your more traditional channels?
You want to answer that?
Okay, so the question is, what sort of volume are we doing through metaverses versus traditional channels? Well, traditional channel is our Telegram group, and that's where we run the live auctions, and all of our volume so far has been through the Telegram group until a week ago when we made our first sale through one of our galleries. So brand new, right? So we just sold an asset for 1,100 US out of a Da Vinci 9 Pavilion. Can we, actually let's jump to Da Vinci 9 Pavilion as well. Yeah, it takes a little while, but so what we've done, in addition to this main HQ building that we've just shown, we've built a dedicated Japanese themed pavilion for the Da Vinci 9 artists, and we promote that as part of our agency agreement for Da Vinci 9. And we also have another one called the Rare Pepe Temple next to it, where we showcase some of the premium rare Pepes. So it's really early, and it's all about marketing and marketing campaigns. My background, computing science, information systems originally, did 10 years really in-depth digital marketing, complex campaigns across multiple product service lines for big corporates. So I'm very used to doing complex campaign architecture, construction, execution. That's what lies ahead for us now with all of this in the year ahead, yeah. All right, so...
How many, on a good day, how many visitors?
Unique visitors so far, it's pretty early because we haven't really kicked into promotion yet, but...
It's roughly 40 per week.
Yeah, 40, 50 per week per just walk-in organic, yeah.
The whole metaverse itself, is
Yep.
there a number, is that 40 people, not just your area, but...
Oh, globally across Decentraland, active number of users per day. I don't have the numbers top of mind for Decentraland. It's amazing, even though it's a few years old as a platform, it's still pretty early, and it is the most mature one. So we're really at the beginning of this. You know, this is kind of like websites 1995, and you know, I can tell you how hard it was to sell websites back then because I had a startup then, like before they were called startups. My first business, Arrakis Internet Services, we were one of the first ISPs in Sydney, and you know, trying to sell websites, like people, what's a website? Like, well, yeah, it starts there. Like, what's a metaverse? So yeah, that's how early we are. Yep.
There's 300,000 active monthly users.
300,000 active monthly users. Okay, so yeah, it could be easily 10,000 plus a day, 20,000 a day. As far as our numbers go, I'll be doing the usual. I don't know how many of you have had any exposure to digital marketing, but classic sort of metrics around SaaS platforms is called pirate metrics, AAARRR, that's why it's called pirate metrics, but I'll be applying some classical digital marketing metrics and analysis to our growth and uptake. Yep, so we are now outside, we're standing in the Pepe Temple, looking at the Da Vinci Pavilion. So these are our other two structures, each on a 2x2 estate, so there's another $250,000 approximately in footprint, and two more buildings that Simo built. So we originally had a Mexican architect do the first version of the Rare Pepe Temple, and Simo did all the finishing in Blender and then in the Decentraland Builder. So this one has got like an open event space where we can host little gatherings, and then you can go up into the exhibition levels. We've got 28 NFTs in the temple, the pyramid, and we have 32. Is it 32 in the Da Vinci Pavilion? Or 34? Yeah. Something like that, anyway. Yeah. So Japanese themed pagoda for the Da Vinci 9s. And over there, the Statue of Liberty type one, that is Robness's HQ. So Robness, who I mentioned earlier, we're neighbours with him. That was like a pure accident. I'm not quite sure how that worked out, but you know, serendipity. So he's got a lot of his trash art stuff over there. Interactive installation. Pretty hectic. Yeah. Well, that's about it, unless there's any other burning questions. We do have some, yep, down the back, yeah.
Can I screenshot your NFTs?
Yes, you can right-click Save My NFTs.
Thank you.
Most welcome. Without the token, all you have is a JPEG. So yeah, if you follow Theo Goodman, the other auctioneer I mentioned, he's like, it's all about the token. It's kind of, seems strange, but hey, that's, the representation of the token is one thing, but, and that leads to other curious questions, like, where's the art stored? What happens if the art changes? Is it backed up? So these and other questions I will be exploring in the NFT Sydney group next year. We do have some trivia questions that Ian has prepared. So after we do the next Trezor draw, which I'll do in a moment, we'll have a little bit of a break, and then we'll maybe 5 minutes, and then for those of you who want to stick around for like 20 trivia questions, we are giving away 20k, 20,000 Give Kudos packets for answers to crypto, DeFi, and NFT questions. So we'll do the Trezor draw, take a very quick break, and then get into those questions. And once we've done that, then it's just open social until 11. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. We'll grab the hat again. Can I get 2 random volunteers, 1 to mix and 1 to draw? 2 volunteers. I need a mixer and a drawer. Okay, mix them up, and then we'll get someone else to draw. Who's going to draw? Rob's pointing at Dave. All right, Dave. There you go.
I want to pick my own number.
Pick your own number. There you go. What do you got? We have A47.
Cat ball.
Cat Boar. Cat Boar. Is Cat here? Cat, are you here? Cat Boar. A47. A47. Cat. Second call for Cat. I think a redraw is coming on here. Cat's not here. Be a redraw. All right. Who's our next drawer? Okay. For a Trezor, we have
A6, Daniel Sanford.
Daniel Sanford. A06, Daniel Sanford. Is Daniel here? Ah, lucky you didn't draw your own. Someone else did it for you. There you go. Well done. Okay. All very random. What are the odds?
David Sanford, but...
Yeah. A06, yep. Well done. Those are the Trezors. Now we can do some trivia. Ian, come on down. So, a very loaded question's been suggested. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Sorry, I think we'll stay away from that one. So, Ian has prepared some questions today. Simo, if you could bring up the Rare Pepe wallet or Xchain and show Give Kudos. So if you go xchain.io and then search Give Kudos, we can show people what they're actually getting 20,000 of. All right, over to Ian.
Hello. All right, trivia time.
Speak right into it.
All right. Okay, so first question.
Hang on, stick this on.
Yep. Stick that on well.
And hold this in your pocket somewhere.
Yeah, in my pocket.
Yep.
Alrighty guys, trivia time. Some of these questions are going to be super easy. Some of them are going to be pretty hard. I don't know how it's going to go. Alright, let's get into it. What is the name of the Solana NFT project with the highest market cap, calculated by multiplying the floor price by the total number of NFTs in the collection?
You only get one guess. Okay, repeat the question.
What is the name of the Solana NFT project with the highest market cap, calculated by multiplying the floor price by the total number of NFTs in the collection? What was that? Wait. Solana Monkey what? Boys?
Boys.
Does anyone else have another?
Guess? Monkey business.
Who said? Did
someone down the back, wasn't it?
Wait, who said that? Solana Monkey business. Yeah, you got it.
Right.
Okay.
20,000 Give Kudos. I'll need to get your names as we go.
Sweet. Unlucky. You came close. All right, second question. Which famous artist made the artwork named Bull Run, which had 271 issues minted? Any answers? The Bull Run artwork. Okay, no one? Alright, it was Beeple. Oh, unlucky. What were you going to say, out of curiosity? Oh, okay, not Beeple. Alright. Cardano is a proof of what blockchain? Who said that? Someone over there said proof of stake. Was that you? Yeah, nice. Got it.
That was question 2.
Question 3. No one got question 2. Yeah. All right. What is Bitcoin's all-time high in US dollars? I'll accept plus or minus 1,000. Wait, did you say? Oh, I think you got it. 69. You said 69? Yeah, that is literally spot on. 69K. All right. Fifth question. What is the name of the first NFT? What's that guy? He just ran away, but he won the fourth one. What is the name of the first NFT? Artwork. Yeah, there's someone that won. I think he's sitting down over there. Okay, the name of the first NFT artwork was Quantum. Yeah. Number 4. I think number 4 is sitting down over there in the white shirt talking to Rob. Yeah, that was question 4. All right, question 6, an NFT question. How many Ether rocks exist? 100. Yeah, spot on. Nice. Just talk to Bradley once he's done over there. That man over there. For question 6.
Because I'm missing like 2.
Yeah, people didn't get People didn't get
okay.
question
So
2. People didn't get.
So Q2 is a scratch.
Q2 was a scratch. Q5 was a scratch as well.
Yeah.
And Q6 was him over there. Cool. Yeah. All right, question 7. This is a metaverse question. Which one of the following video game companies has the largest amount of land in the sandbox? Sony, Atari, Sega. Who said it first? I know you said it, but I also feel. Who said it first? Okay, yeah, I think it's got to go to you. All right, nice. It was Atari. Yep, Atari. For question 7, this lady over here. Question 7. All right, question 8. It's a crypto-related question. Did the price of one ADA ever reach or surpass exactly $3 according to coinmarketcap.com? I have a feeling that the man at the back. Did you say yes first? I feel like he did. Sorry. At the back for question 8. Yep. All right. An NFT related question. What is the name of the NFT project which was subject of Lava Labs issuing a DMCA to OpenSea to delist them? Crypto what? I have a feeling you said punks first. Then I feel like someone over here said funks in the meantime. The funk?
Punks or funks? What do you
Did you say it right after he said punks? No?
Punks, and then I said punks.
Okay,
Self-corrected, all right.
I'm going to have to give it to this guy. I feel like he had the right idea, but yeah. All right, so that was question 9. Yeah, 9, that guy in the corner. Right over there. Wave to us. Yeah, there he is. All right, this is just a general question. Some of you guys might know it. What is the name of Elon Musk's dog? Yeah, you got it. Okay, this is a somewhat specific NFT related question. Why did the Mechaverse floor collapse post art reveal?
Insider trading. Rigged mechanics for NFTs.
Yeah, insider trading. And was there another reason?
There was a rigged mechanics reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take both of those. Yeah.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put yourself down to one.
Yeah. All right, this is a crypto-related question. It might be a little bit too specific, but it is related to a top 100 market cap coin. But anyway, Oasis Network has recently partnered with which major IT company? Oasis Network. Wait, someone just said something starting with F. Where was the Facebook guy? Back there somewhere. Can you hold up your hand, sorry? Oh, you said Facebook? Getting trolled. Wait, someone said, oh yeah, there he is. Facebook, Meta. Yeah. Alrighty, this is an NFT related question. Lead artist for Cool Cats, Klon, also used to go by a different moniker. What was it? Yeah, all right, we'll scratch. The lead artist for Cool Cats, Klon, also used to go by a different moniker. What was it? All right, it was the Cartoonist.
Cartoonist.
Yeah. All right, question 14. What was the highest amount of ETH that the Rare Pepe Series 1 Card 1 Nakamoto card has sold for on OpenSea? He keeps winning. 200. Who said 200? Oh, you already said it? Okay, yeah, you got it. You got it. I'm sorry. Everyone's yelling. All right, question 15, crypto-related question. Loopring is rumored to be partnering with which major video gaming company? GameStop. Yeah, you got it. Nice. They're reviving in the NFT space, gaming space. All right. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's good stuff. Look into Loopring. It's going to moon, I reckon. Not financial advice, but look into it. All right. Question 16. How many founders of Ethereum are there? How many founders of Ethereum are there?
2, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 9, 3, 7, 8.
This is.
I feel like, okay.
skip it.
All right, skip it. It was 8. Somehow, I don't think anyone's. Did you? I don't know if I'm getting trolled. Okay. Yeah, that was question 16, so scratch that. Alrighty, question 17, a DeFi related question. Time, Klima, and Rome are all forks of... No, wait, someone said it way back there while I just started the question. Who was it?
First one was...
I feel like there was someone way in the back that said...
I'm pretty sure it was someone over here, just before...
Like, a couple words into the question, I feel like someone said it over there. Alright. Okay, which has the highest market cap? Uni swaps uni, sushi swaps sushi, or pancake swaps cake? Okay. I do feel like it was the... Yeah. I feel like it was the guy in the front. Yeah, I feel like it was. Sorry, guys. Still have a couple more questions. Don't worry. Right, what is the name of a top 100 market cap coin which is pronounced the exact same as a popular crypto/NFT wallet application? What is the name of a top 100 market cap coin which is pronounced the exact same as a popular crypto/NFT wallet application? For reference, it is a... Yeah, he got it. Oh, did he? Oh, okay. He got it. Phantom. So there's a coin called Phantom, Phantom, and then Phantom with PH for the Solana wallet. All right, final question. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Wrong answers only. Me. Pepe, who said Pepe? Alright, you got it. You win. Alrighty. That is wrapping up the trivia questions. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ian. That was good fun. First time we tried that, so yeah. We'll get the mechanics a little smoother next time. What we'll have for you all is we'll send you a JPEG. We're going to send each of you a JPEG, or multiple JPEGs in the case of certain bills.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
It's a gift.
It's even better.
Even better. You get a gift. Now, what's in it? It's a gift card, and it has a 16-digit hexadecimal on it, and you've got to make a Rare Pepe wallet. You've got to go to rarepepewallet.com. Can we get that up on screen, please? rarepepewallet.com. When you first go to rarepepewallet.com, it will generate a seed phrase for you. As is always the case, record your seed phrase, keep it secret, keep it safe. Once you've done that, once you've got your seed phrase, when you first go there, you can put in a gift card reclamation in the top menu, which we can't see due to the state of the television right now. But up in the top right, there's a gear menu, and in there you can claim a gift card. Somewhere, maybe the second menu to the right. There you go, redeem gift card. So what you'll do is you'll get a gift, it'll have a hex string on it, you go there, you put that in. Now you will need to seed your wallet with a very small amount of Bitcoin, probably like 0.0001 will be enough. And that'll give you the small amount that you need for the fee to redeem the gift card to get you 20,000 gift kudos or multiples thereof, depending on how much you want. So that's the process to redeem your tokens. Any questions? Any other questions? No more questions. Thank you very much, everyone, for your attendance. Merry Christmas. On behalf of the Gospel team, very interesting year, and we're looking forward to meeting everyone next year. I'm going to check on the status of the tab. I've upped it once, I'll probably up it again, and then we'll have a few more drinks and chat, and then that's it. Thank you all. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, good work.
NFT history is actually
Question 20, I don't know who that was.
Question 20 was someone said Pepe. Also, what do I do with this?
We made the tower. I was very impressed, bro. That's so cool. I got one question.
I don't even know what to do with this. I don't even know.